Sea otters weren't originally created as ocean creatures, because God wanted a creature that wasn't good at swimming, so Kaiwan designed the fluffy sea otter. Dolphins and hippos have their noses positioned up high so they can breathe in water, but the sea otter's nose is right in the middle. This totally keeps the characteristics of land animals. But when the sea otter saw the lobster on the table, it immediately dropped what it was holding and grabbed the lobster, not wanting to let go. Seeing how much the sea otter loved eating ocean food, Kaiwan had no choice but to let it try swimming in water. After putting the sea otter in the water, it actually used the backstroke to perfectly avoid getting water up its nose. And the sea otter's fur is full of air. Not only does it work like a life jacket to keep it floating on the surface, it also keeps the sea otter from directly touching the freezing cold seawater. But to maintain the sea otter's layer of fat, it needs to eat a quarter of its body weight in food every day. This means the sea otter has no time to go ashore, it can only sleep floating in the water. Just when the designers were worried the sea otter would get swept away by the current, they suddenly noticed something. The sea otter actually wraps kelp around itself. The clever sea otter totally shocked Kaiwan. But what about sleeping in waters without kelp? While Kaiwan and Harano were thinking of solutions, Nakamura made a shocking discovery. Sea otters actually hold hands while sleeping in the water. To let the sea otter carry more food, Kaiwan added a pocket under its arms. However, since the sea otter was designed as a land creature, it can't get rid of excess salt from its body. So Kaiwan decided to give the sea otter powerful kidneys. That way taking in more salt won't affect the sea otter. But when Kaiwan checked on the sea otter a few days later, they discovered that from constantly gnawing on shells, it had developed serious gum disease. Just as Kaiwan and the others were thinking about how to fix this, the sea otter suddenly pulled out a rock from its pocket. Then the sea otter dove into the water and used the rock instead of its teeth to crack open the shells. Seeing how smart the sea otter was made all the designers really happy. Right then, Nakamura received word from God. God had successfully approved the sea otter design. This made Kaiwan super happy. And in the real world, sea otters constantly groom their fur. Fluffy fur is really important for keeping out the freezing seawater. And sea otter pups always have their fur groomed by their parents.